Good morning, children. Let us today start with the online practical sessions for the biology subject. As you all know, children, that the entire world is going through the pandemic COVID-19 situation. But we should not forget that you all are in HSC, and HSC is something which is very, very important than any other thing in the world. For you all, at least for this academic year. So with this intention, we started with the online practicals for all the practical related subjects. Children, today I am going to start the first experiment of biology. Let us start with experiment number 1. Children, this experiment number 1 will be your question 1 in the HSC biology practical exams, and it will carry a weightage of 4 marks. We will be starting today with experiment number 1, which will be your question number 1 in the HSC board practicals for the biology subject, and the weightage is of 4 marks. Aim of the experiment is to dissect the given flower and display different whorls. You have to dissect the given flower, display different whorls, and sketch and label the diagram of various parts. To perform this experiment, we require certain things. So the requirement for the experiment is dissecting microscope, needles, pointed forceps, slides, razor blades, watch glass, filter paper, and flower such as hibiscus. It is commonly called as jaswan in Maharashtra and gudhal in Hindi. Yes? So requirement for the experiment is a dissecting microscope, needle, pointed forceps, slides, razor blades, watch glass, filter paper, flower such as hibiscus or jaswan. Now to carry on this experiment, we will proceed step by step, which will be the procedure for the experiment. Let's start with the first procedure. Very first, you will take a fresh flower of hibiscus and please observe the color, shape and the size of the flower. Very first, you are going to hold a fresh hibiscus flower in your hand. Observe the color, shape and the size. Second, you will identify various floral whorls. In the hibiscus flower, you have to identify various floral whorls like calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Now, after identifying and observing the flower, we have to proceed with the dissection. So, the third step is you have to remove the sepals. You know, children, that sepals are the members of the first whorl of the flower, which is called as calyx. We have studied that any flower shows 4 floral whorls. What are the 4 floral whorls? calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, of which the first two, calyx and corolla, they are the non-essential whorls. They are not needed for the process of sexual reproduction. Whereas, if you focus your attention on the inner two floral whorl, which is androecium and gynoecium, these are the essential whorls. Since they are must and they are essential for the process of sexual reproduction. As you all know, children, that flower is the unit which is responsible for sexual reproduction in plants. Therefore, the whorl androecium has the male reproductive part, whereas the whorl gynoecium, innermost whorl, has the female reproductive part of the flower. So these two whorls, androecium and gynoecium, are the essential whorls. So we'll first remove the sepals, which are the members of the whorl calyx, and you have to place them on a wet filter paper kept in a watch glass. Very delicately, very gently, in a very dainty manner, you have to remove the sepal and place it on a moist filter paper on a watch glass. Correct? Like this, the next, you will remove the petals. You all have observed the hibiscus flower. Flower has a very large red color petals. So it is very handy to remove the petals of the hibiscus flower. So next you will remove the petals of the flower and the stamens. Our next step is you have to remove the petals and the stamen and arrange them separately in a watch glass. Next, children, you have to remove the gynoecium. After removing sepals, petals and the stamen, you have to remove the gynoecium, entire gynoecium, and place it in a watch glass. Next, count the number of petals present in the flower, sepals present in the flower, and very slowly and gradually you remove stamens. There are many stamens in the hibiscus flowers. You have to remove them slowly and gradually. Then, in the next step, to proceed, you have to observe whether the sepals and the petals of the flower are free or they are fused, that is, they are united. Note the estivations, that is the presentation, representation of the sepals and the petals in the flower. It is the arrangement of, what is estivation? Estivation is the arrangement of sepals and petals in the flower. And then in the end, you have to draw and label the diagram of different whorls or the parts of the flowers. Once you have drawn the diagram of various parts of the flower, beautifully, neatly, you have to label them, which is very, very essential, because this will fetch you marks out of the total 4 marks which is allotted in this experiment. The way you dissect out the flower without any cuts here and there, without damaging the delicate parts of a flower, shows your skill, shows your excellence in the dissection, which definitely has marks out of the total 4 marks. In the end, you have to note down the observation. You have to study by observing the various parts, various worlds. You have to note down the observations. So children, before going to the observation, we'll proceed with the dissection of the hibiscus flower. Now children, let us study the material which is required to perform the dissection of the hibiscus flowers. As I told you that to observe few of the parts of the hibiscus flower, we need a dissecting microscope. See children, this is a dissecting microscope. We have compound microscope, a bigger one, and then we have a smaller dissecting microscope. So here, this smaller dissecting microscope will be used for the dissection of hibiscus flower. Then we need a needle. You might be having this kind of needle in your dissection box. Needles playing a very important and key role in the removal of the gynoecium, which has a very tender thread-like style. Then pointed forceps. Pointed forceps to clear the different parts. Razor blade. Slide, a glass slide. A glass watch glass. And a filter paper. We'll be needing dissecting microscope, needles, pointed forceps, razor blade, slides, watch glass, filter paper, and the most important hibiscus flower, which you call jaswant in Maharashtra, gudhal in Hindi, and it is also called as China rose. Yes. So children, let's start with the dissection of the hibiscus flower. An entire flower is kept. Now let us start children with the dissection of the hibiscus flower. So an entire hibiscus flower is kept in front of you. Right? You can see the flower is red in color, dark red in color. It has got a green stalk. This is the stalk of the flower. Children, stalk of the flower is called as pedicel. What is it called as? Pedicel. So when the flower has a stalk, we say that the flower is pedicellate. We say that the flower is pedicellate. So let us now start with the dissection of the hibiscus flower. Before starting the dissection, I have already dissected a hibiscus flower. I'll keep all the different parts. I'll display all the different parts one by one, and then I will show the dissection of the hibiscus flower. Very first, you people have seen children the entire hibiscus flower. So here children, see, on a big watch glass, I have kept a filter paper. The filter paper is made moist, and on this watch glass with a moist filter paper, I have displayed the stalk of the hibiscus flower. Stalk which is called as pedicel. What is this stalk called as? Pedicel. So hibiscus flower is pedicellate. Here children, now to start off with the different whorls of the hibiscus flower. Very first, it has epicalyx and additional whorls. If you see the first watch glass, right, it has these small green leaf-like structures. Can you count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these 7 small green leaf-like structure is called as bract. What is it called as? Bracteoles. See, I have removed one of the bracteoles. I have detached one of the bracteoles from this entire world, which is called as epicalyx. So this first whorl, epicalyx, is made up of some 5 to 7 members, where each member is called as bracteoles. What are they called as? Bracteoles. So see children, there are in all 7 bracteoles present for the first whorl, which is epicalyx. Moving to the second whorl, which is calyx. If you see here this green tubular, see, I am holding it like this. It is a bell shape. I can keep it inverted also. So it's a bell shaped structure. So here you can see that the calyx is bell shaped, right? And is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members, which are not separate like that of bracteoles, but they are fused. They are fused together to form a bell-shaped structure. So here we can say that the calyx in case of hibiscus flower is fused. The sepals are fused. The members of the whorl calyx is called as sepals. So here the bell-shaped calyx is made up of 5 separate members. Each member is called as a sepal. This is the first sepal. This is the second sepal. This one is the third, fourth and the fifth sepals. The sepals are, so children, here this calyx whorl is made up of few members. We can count there in the number of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. All these 5 members, they are called as sepals. The sepals are not free. They are fused to form a tubular structure. They are fused to form a tubular or bell-shaped structure. So here we say that the calyx is campanulate. It is campanulate. It is campanulate. That is bell-shaped. The next whorl, children, is the corolla. Again made up of 5 members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is each member called as? Each member is called as a petal. So we can say that the corolla whorl for the hibiscus flower is made up of 5 free, very large red color petals. Red color petals. Now children, see the next whorl, which is androecium. The first essential whorl. Now, member of this whorl is called as stamen. And let me remind children that stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower. So here, in this entire androecium, there are many stamens which are present, many. If you sit for counting it, it will be, I suppose, in the counts of 50 plus. If we remove 1 and 2, I have removed 1 and 2 and I have placed it on a separate Petri plate. See, the structure looks like this. Stamen, which has the red color filament and the yellow bean shaped or kidney shaped anthers. So I have separated few of the stamens from the entire androecium whorl. You will observe in the hibiscus flower that these stamens, their filaments up to a certain extent is free, but then it gets fused to form a single tubular structure which forms the staminal tube. So in this entire endometrium whorl, this red colored tubular structure is the staminal tube, whereas at the terminal end of the staminal tube, the filaments of the stamens are free, along with or terminating with many bean-shaped, kidney-shaped anthers, which are covered by yellow pollen grains. Last, in this experiment, you have to display the innermost whorl, that is gynoecium, where member of this whorl is called as carpel. You know very well, children, that carpel is nothing but the female reproductive part of a flower. So in case of hibiscus, the flower has 5 carpels, and the 5 carpels are fused together. Right? If you study the structure of carpel, it in turn shows 3 parts: basal swollen ovary, narrow, sleek, slender, thread-like style, and the terminal stigmas. So here, in case of hibiscus, the gynoecium shows a basal ovary, a narrow white thread-like, sleek, tender style, terminating into round stigmas. See, children, if you count the stigmas are free. Look here, children. In the gynoecium, this is the ovary, which is formed by the fusion of 5 carpel, a common style, and it ends into 5 capitate stigma. You can count them. The stigmas are free and they are 5 in number. Now children, here for biology practicals, dissection box is must. See here, we have kept the dissection box. ये कैमलिन का डिसेक्शन बॉक्स है. बुक स्टोर्स में बहुत सारे वैरायटी के डिसेक्शन बॉक्स आते हैं. आप पर्सनली विजिट करके कोई भी अच्छा सा क्वालिटी का डिसेक्शन बॉक्स खरीद सकते हैं. जिस तरह से केमिस्ट्री के प्रैक्टिकल्स के लिए एप्रन इज मस्ट एंड मैंडेटरी, वैसे ही बायोलॉजी में डिसेक्शन बॉक्स इज मस्ट. द डिसेक्शन हैज मेनी instrument which are used to carry on the dissections, right? As we have seen, for the dissection of the hibiscus flower, we'll be needing the forceps, we'll be needing the needles, right? So I have shown you, this is the forceps. I have shown you the needles. Now this is the needles, right? So these equipments will be used to carry on the dissections, right? And to start off, we'll need the fresh flower of hibiscus. So here children, in the practicals up till now, what we have seen, I have removed all the different parts of the hibiscus flower, not in front of you. Prior it was done, and various parts were shown to you one by one. So you are now aware of the various parts of the flowers. Let us now view the dissection of the entire flower, for which I am holding the hibiscus flower in my hand. See, the flower is held with the stalk, which is called as pedicel. The flower is held in the hand with the help of the stalk, which is pedicel. All I have to do is I'll invert this flower, children. See, this is the position I am going to hold the flower. Fine. Very first, I will remove the pedicel. So, see, my thumb is giving a support to the flower in such a manner that the thumb comes at the base of the pedicel. Here, see the position. Okay, the thumb comes at the base of the pedicel. With a very sharp new razor blade, I am going to cut the stalk or the pedicel right from the base. Slowly I am going to cut it. See here, the stalk is detached. Now the stalk is lying on the razor blade. Fine. So what we did is, we have removed the pedicel of the flower, and all I have to do is, on the table, look here, I have arranged the watch glass, and the watch glass, on the watch glass I have kept the moist filter paper. So this pedicel I will remove, okay, and it will be kept on the moist watch glass, having the moist filter paper over it. So first part we have removed, that is the pedicel or the stalk of the flower. Now see children, next it's turn to remove the epicalyx whorl, which is an additional whorl found in the hibiscus flower. Now children, let us start with the dissection, and very first we are going to remove the additional whorl in the hibiscus flower, which is epicalyx. We have studied that this additional whorl is showing presence of, or it is made up of, 5 to 7 green leaf-like structures called as bracteoles, right? So let us remove this whorl, which is epicalyx, having 5 to 7 bracteoles in it. For removal, see children, still I am holding the flower inverted in my hand, and slowly and gradually with the other hand I am going to put this bracteoles in the upward direction, so that when I am cutting it with the razor blade, it will not be cut, right? And just little, slowly and gradually we have to hold the flower children, since it is a very delicate structure. Now I am keeping the thumb like this for the support, and the razor blade is kept at the base, and slowly and gradually we are going to cut this epicalyx whorl in a circular direction. See, now the epicalyx is on the blade. It is dissected out from the entire flower, right? So what I'll do is, still I'll keep the flower inverted. I'm going to hold the razor blade like this, and again I'll take a watch glass with the moist filter paper. Slowly with the pointed forceps, I'm going to hold the epicalyx whorl like this and place it. Now the watch glass having the epicalyx whorl showing 5 to 7 bracteoles is ready for the display of our examiner, right? Next children, will start with the removal of the first non-essential whorl, which is calyx, made up of 5 sepals. We have studied 5 sepals which are fused at the base. The 5 sepals are fused at the base, but they are free at the terminal ends. So for the removal of the whorl calyx with the 5 fused sepals, you have to hold the flower with the fingers at this tip, and slowly and gently you have to press it to loosen up the connections. आपको हल्के हाथों से कैलिक्स को यूं पकड़ के धीरे धीरे प्रेस करना है, so that, see the children, the connections are made loose. You don't have to be harsh. It's a very delicate flower. हल्के हाथों से इसको प्रेस करते हुए, so that ये जो टेंडर सा कनेक्शन है ये टूट जाए, और पूरा जो कैलिक्स whorl है, right, in the bell shape calyx whorl, campanulate calyx whorls comes in your hand. So now I have, see, still slightly it is attached, the connections are there. So again with the mild, now it is completely removed. Look here children, here. So the calyx whorl is detached from the entire flower. The calyx whorl is detached from the entire flower. Got it clear? You can see it is made up of 5 sepals, and the sepals are fused from the base and they are free at the terminal edge. So again what we will do is, we'll slowly place the flower on the dissecting table. We'll keep a petri dish or a watch glass with a moist filter paper, and this calyx whorl is kept on the watch glass. And now the calyx is ready for the display for the external examiner. So up till now you have dissected out the stalk of the flower, which is the pedicel. We have dissected out the epicalyx whorl showing bracteoles. We have even dissected the calyx whorl showing 5 fused sepals. Next children, now the term comes for the dissection of the petals, the removal of the petals. Now you have already studied that the petals of the... Let us now start with the dissection of the petals. Now it's time to remove the petals, which serves as the member of the second non-essential whorl, which is corolla. All you have to do is, children, you hold the flower like this, right? The grip of the fingers and the thumb should be at the base. Hold the petals slowly. Grip here should be tight. Remove one petal, place it on a watch glass having the moist filter paper. At the same time, remove the second petal, slowly pull it down, slowly. Again place the second petal on the moist filter paper placed on a watch glass. See, the grip should be tight at the base. Hold the third petal, pull it down. Place it on the watch glass. Fourth one, again I am pulling it down. Placing it on the watch glass. Now the last one. So you have to be very particular. You have to keep nice grip. Slowly and gradually pull the last one so that it should not disturb the innermost 2 essential whorls. Now see children, here on my hand I am holding the innermost 2 essential whorl. This red tubular structure forms the androecium. This is the staminal tube, as we have discussed earlier. And these 5 round stigmas forms the part and parcel of gynoecium. Right? So we have now removed the petals. Now children, it's time to remove the stamen. Stamen is the member of the androecium whorl. At the same time children, you know very well that stamen serves as the male reproductive part of the flower. Right? So what we'll do is, see, look here. Slowly and gradually with the pointed forceps, I am going to pull one off. See here. See, I have pulled out 2 stamens. Let us now remove the stamen. See, I am holding the filament from the base and slowly I have pulled it. See here children, on the slide, very beautifully I have placed, now see children, I have placed one stamen on the slide with a drop of water. It has the red color filament and a bean shaped, kidney shaped, or I must say reniform anthers. Now this stamen we will observe under dissecting microscope by placing a small cover slip over it. We will place a small cover slip over it, and then this stamen will be observed. So here in your dissection box you will be having a small square box, right, which will have the cover slips. A small square box you will have with the cover slips, right? Look here, it's a glass transparent cover slip which will be placed like this, slowly and gently. and the excess of water from the slide should be absorbed with the help of filter paper. Should use filter paper to absorb the excess of water which is placed in the slide. So now the slide is ready. The slide of the stamen is ready to be kept on the dissecting microscope. With the filter paper you can very well absorb the excess of water. See, here itself you can see that the anther is bean shaped, or in case of hibiscus the anther is reniform. Now I am holding the entire androecium in my hand. Since we have removed the stamen from it, one stamen is removed for the display on a slide. Now we are going to take out the last whorl, the innermost whorl, which is gynoecium. So children, this is the most tedious part where your skill, your patience, right, counts a lot. See, I am holding the basal part of this and slowly with the edge of children, so slowly with the razor blade, with the tip of the razor blade, I am giving a light cut. One I have given very light. It should not be a deep cut, otherwise you are going to injure the ovary. Only with the tip of the blade I am going to give cuts slowly and gradually. Now with the pointed forceps, see, look here, I am holding the ovary with the pressure and I am going to slowly pull out the staminal tube. Staminal tube को हल्के हाथों से pull करना है. You have to remove it. Keep a petri plate and all the waste has to be put in the petri plate slowly and gradually. At the base the grip should be kept tight. So the waste material should not be thrown here and there on the dissecting table, right? You have to be very neat and clean when you are performing. The grip should be kept very tight, very gently. See, I have removed the major part of the staminal tube. Now this edge is left out. See, look here children, on my fingers. Now this is, the flower is very slimy. It has lot of mucilage. You have to be very gentle. See, entire androecium is removed. And now all whatever is left out on my hand is the entire gynoecium, which we have to place on a slide. So now the last part is displayed. Now see children, I am holding the gynoecium and slowly and gently I am placing it on the slide. So here if you observe, this is the entire gynoecium which is placed on the slide with the basal swollen ovary, narrow cylindrical thread-like style and the 5 stigmas. Look here, they got stuck up, right? We have to detach them. We have to detach it. See, look here, slowly and gradually all the 5 stigmas are now detached. So here the gynoecium is made up of 5 carpels. You can very well count now, right? All the 5 stigmas are separate. They are not fused. Look here children, round capitate stigmas. Okay, so entire gynoecium is now placed on the slide with the basal swollen ovary, narrow cylindrical tender thread-like style and 5 stigmas which are round and free. So stigma for the hibiscus flower is capitate. So see children, now we have come to an end to this dissection where this is the pedicel, the stalk of the flower, right? The pedicel has to be placed nicely. Then additional whorl epicalyx showing bracteoles, 5 to 7 bracteoles. First, non-essential whorl calyx showing 5 fused sepals. Next, the second non-essential whorl corolla made up of 5 large red color petals. Next to that, androecium showing many, more than 50 stamens having reniform anthers and the filament, which is free up to a certain extent and then fused to form the staminal tube. Lastly but not the least, we have come down to the entire gynoecium, okay, showing ovary where the you can say the 5 carpels are fused to form a single ovary, style, and the 5 stigmas. Okay. Now, when you come to the observation, children, look here. We have dissected out Hibiscus rosa sinensis, which is the jasmine flower belonging to the family Malvaceae. The flower, when you observe and describe, was a complete flower showing all the whorls. It was pedicellate since the flower was having a stalk. It was bracteate since it was showing 5 to 7 small green like bracteoles. The flower is hermaphrodite, that is bisexual. Flower is showing presence of both male and female reproductive parts. It is actinomorphic, right? And hypogynous. The ovary is superior. All the whorls are present at the base of the ovary. Epicalyx. There are 5 to 7 free green bracteoles. Calyx. Made up of sepals. They are 5 in number, green in color. Gamosepalous. They are fused at the base and free at the terminal end. Campanulate. The sepals are fused to form a bell-shaped calyx. They show valvate estivation. Valvate estivation is nothing but, children, the arrangement of sepals where the sepals touch each of them adjacent to each other. They don't overlap. Showing valvate estivation. Next, corolla, made up of 5 petals. Red colored large polypetalous. The petals are free and they show twisted estivations. The margins of the petals overlap each other. Next, come down to androecium. There are many stamens. Filaments are fused. Monadulfous filaments. That is, the filaments are fused to form the staminal tube and the anthers are free. Anthers are reniform, that is kidney shaped. Last but not the least, we have ended up the dissection with the gynoecium, which is pentacarpellary, made up of 5 carpels. Syncarpus, the carpels are fused. Style passes through the staminal tube and the stigma are 5 in number, they are free and round shaped, that is capitate stigma. Now children, as per the guidelines of the board with the changed syllabus of 12 standard practicals, it is guided to us that the student must use Bal Bharati handbook for physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics. So 99% you all try to purchase the Bal Bharati handbook for physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics. If it is not available in the local bookstores, then you can go with Ideals handbook by Uttam Prakashans. सो बेटा, हर साल जैसे हम आपको जर्नल्स और हैंडबुक का सेट कॉलेज से प्रोवाइड करते थे, दिस ईयर लुकिंग एट द पेंडेमिक सिचुएशंस, you have to prepare the journals on your own. All you have to do is, from a nearby bookstall, you have to purchase Navneet project papers, ruled, blank, graph and certificate page. So on the ruled page, children, you are supposed to write with respect to the experiment which I have taken, that is to dissect the flower and display different whorls. See, look here children. Now this content, experiment number, aim, requirement, procedure has to be written on the ruled page. Am I clear? Aim, requirement, procedure has to be written on the ruled page. So what I told you children, aim, requirement, procedure and observation, which we have discussed right now, has to be written on the ruled page. The entire observation has to be written on the ruled page. Coming down to the blank page. On the blank page children, you have to draw this diagram. From the handbook, I have taken out the cutouts and I have pasted it over here so that you can see that on the blank paper all these diagrams are to be drawn with the pencil. So on the ruled page, the students are requested to make use of only one ink. You can go with blue or you can go with blank. You have to underline all the headings. The write-up of the experiment should be very neat and clean. You should not forget you are going to prepare HSC board biology journals, right? On the blank page, you are not supposed to lift up the pen. Any kind of working on the blank page should be done by drawing a margin followed by the diagrams, labeled diagrams with the pencil. So this is how, children, we are going to finish off. We have completed the first experiment, that is the dissection of the hibiscus flower. Thank you very much.